Yesterday, I got an email from my daughter's daycare, and they were saying, hey, her physical is about to expire. Her birthday was this week for context, and you need to bring us a new one so we have it on file. Technically, kids cannot be in the program without an up-to-date physical on record. And so I emailed them back immediately, and I said, hey, yes, I know her appointment is on Thursday. As soon as I have it, I will bring it to you. And it just got me thinking about the work that happens behind the scenes and the mental load a lot of moms carry when it comes to childcare and doctor's appointments and just like all of the things that kids need. Because I think a lot of men recognize that there are doctor's appointments, right? And that their wife might take kids to the doctor's appointment, but they'll say, what's the big deal? It's just 1 hour, right? It's just an hour appointment. It's not that big of a deal. But in reality, in order for this appointment to happen, I had to put in a lot of work starting months ago, almost a year ago, because when we were last at the doctor's, they said, do you want to book her future appointment? I said, yes, I do, please. That would be great. When we went to book, the schedule was closed. It was not yet open. And so I said, okay, I'll book later. And they said, okay, just give us a call back. So I had to set a reminder on my phone to call them in July to see if the schedule was open to book her an appointment for November. Then I had to block my calendar appropriately to make sure I was available for the appointment. Then last week, I got an email from them saying, hey, here's a bunch of forms to fill out about her development, just overall health, fill out insurance forms, all of those things, which I did. And then yesterday, I got an email from the school saying, hey, we need this form, right? And this is all the background work that is happening behind the appointment. And so, like, yes, there's a doctor's appointment where I have to attend and answer questions about my daughter and help her if she's getting shots and like walk her through that, all those things. But also, I've been thinking about and planning for and doing work for this doctor's appointment for 6 months now, right? And I think this is the missing part of the conversation when we think about the mental load. Taking your kid to a doctor's appointment, that is not the mental load, right? That's a task you have to do and it takes work. But all of that background stuff, getting forms for school, filling out forms online, making sure insurance is up to date, all of that work, scheduling the appointment, that is the mental load. Doing that cognitive labor before the appointment, after the appointment, that is the mental load. And I think a lot of times men will say, like, I don't get it. What's the big deal? You're always so stressed. It's just a 1 hour appointment. But in reality, your partner has been putting in work for a while to make sure that 1 hour appointment happens, to make sure the school has the form they need so your daughter can go to daycare, right? That is the mental load. And I think that often gets missed in this conversation. People boil it down to the 1 hour appointment instead of seeing all of the work that happened to make that happen.